Good evening, and welcome to Fountain High School Spring Orchestra Concert. My name is Natalie Rutledge, and I am so lucky to be able to call myself the orchestra director for these students. If you would like to see the program, you can scan the QR codes on the stands around the auditorium. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones, and please wait to exit the auditorium in between pieces. Each of these students has a special place in my heart. It has been such a joy to get to know them more this year and see what they are capable of. I'm not sure that I ever truly get the point across during these concerts, but let me tell you, these students are a truly unique and special group of students. I know that I'm biased, but I hear this about them everywhere I go. When we were running CPA, several teachers commented on their organization and their professionalism. Their other teachers constantly brag about them to me, and they are the first group that I have ever taught where they pay such close attention to detail that I rarely find myself having to repeat instructions on how to play the music. That is why the music that you will hear tonight sounds so amazing. They pour their hearts into the music every day, and they listen attentively so that they can achieve far more than I ever thought was possible. Everything you hear tonight, these students have prepared in 5 weeks. That would mean that these students have mastered more than one piece a week. They have accomplished so much this year, and their ability to adapt to new music quickly amazes me. They are constantly asking me how else they can perform, what other music they can be working on, and how they can practice to get better. I am a firm believer in giving my students all the performing opportunities that they want. So tonight, in between our orchestra pieces, you will hear performances from small ensembles and even a couple solos. The selections that you will hear tonight are all vastly different and constantly changing in time signature, key signature, and style. So we hope you enjoy our spring concert.
Contrast in E minor by Francis L. Feast uses quick 8 notes and slurs to create a beautiful atmosphere similar to our orchestra. It is an intense but loving place, sweet yet stressful, fast-paced, but there's a little bit of respite. This is where I've grown up the past 7 years playing viola. This year I got the amazing opportunity of being co-president of this orchestra. I helped with CPA, and that event would have never been possible without Ms. Rutledge. She not only ran CPA, but led us to be the second highest scoring school in the district. Like this song, Ms. Rutledge has made me and every student she has met in the past 2 years unique and refined. I would not be the person I am today without her, and I want to say that I love and appreciate everything you've done for me. For us, this orchestra is a collective, which means it's more than just one person or one section. It's a family coming together to make the most beautiful symphony. This song ends with an exciting 6/8 time signature that features the lower strings. I am so excited to be opening our final concert with this piece. Let's end this song how we started, furiously.
be Flow Gently, Sweet Afton, performed by Mariah Mejias, Savannah Hill, and Felipe Cruz Ortega. This is a beautiful trio, and I'm so proud of these students for putting themselves out there and performing in front of an audience like this. It has been such a joy to get to know each of them more this year. Mariah is the student that is always asking how she can get better, and she works hard practicing at home and in school. Savannah is quiet but consistent, always showing up for any little extra thing orchestra is doing, and always with her sweet smile on her face. Felipe is a freshman, so I haven't had quite as long to get to know him, but wow. He is an incredibly hard worker, and he has risen to every challenge that I have given him. He is always taking home his instrument and practicing, and it really shows in his incredible tone quality and the mastery of the pieces that he has learned this year. I am so glad that they want to share their music with you tonight, and we hope that you enjoy Flow Gently, Sweet Afton.
Hi everybody, my name is Mackenzie, and before we jump into this next piece, I would like to just take a quick moment to recognize and shine a little bit of personal admiration towards these graduating seniors. I'd first like to start off with Maggie. Maggie is so extremely talented in all of the ways possible. If I'm being completely honest, I've admired her ever since middle school when we lived in the same neighborhood. I always thought she was so cool and the best bassist I had known about. Maggie has this intense love for music like nobody I've ever met. She doesn't just take orchestra for an extracurricular, but instead she takes it because it's her passion. When you watch Maggie play, all you can see is the love and dedication she puts into it, and that is an extremely admirable thing. I have no doubt that Maggie is going to go so far in life, and I'm proud to say I've looked up to her for years now. Next is Jackson, who is actually one of the first people to talk to me and ask me how I liked Fountain. Jackson is such a bright light and has the soft humor that you can't help but be sucked into. Throughout every small group practice, he has done nothing but guide and correct the group with patience and a true wanting to help us all improve. He is a positive person who I know for sure is going to make an impact to the more people he interacts with. With that, I move on to Brian. I do not know Brian personally well, but the way he holds himself speaks measures. He is so soft-worded, yet so beautifully vocal through his instrument. He plays so elegantly, and whenever I hear him by myself, I just kind of stop in awe of his pure talent. And I am confident he will go just as far after high school. Next up is Jada and Kanari. I put these two together because they are so alike in all the best ways. They never fear speaking their minds and are just those kind of people who tend to stick out in a crowd for being so confident. The confidence that Kanari and Jada carry are truly so impacting, and I already know that whatever they choose to pursue, they will accomplish it. The sixth senior I would like to talk about is Caden. From the start, Caden has just had this warm and open personality that immediately makes you feel comfortable. He is truly one of the sweetest people I've interacted with, and he is genuinely just a really chill guy. I know for sure that he will also go so far in life. The second to last person is Josiah, who is also one of just the nicest guys I've ever met. He is so caring for others and is always open to a conversation. Whenever he feels he may have said something wrong, even though he probably didn't because he's that nice, he will make sure that he makes it up to you, but he never wants anybody else to hurt. That kind of selflessness is so amazing and sometimes really hard to find. I'm so excited for the people who are going to get to meet this amazing guy. And last is my best friend, Isabella. Isabella is one of the funniest and, sweetest people that you will honestly ever meet. She honestly just treats life like it's all rainbows and sunshine, and that is just the best way to take it. She shines light into everybody's day and has a huge heart that's willing to accept anybody in. I'm truly going to miss her so much, but I know we will keep in touch and she will do great things in of these other seniors. Thank you guys so much for being such amazing people to look up to, and I hope you guys succeed in all the ways when you leave this year. We will all miss you. And with that being said, the next piece that we'll be performing is Pont du Gard by Jeffrey Hart, who will also be Jackson Downs will be playing the solo in. This piece is my personal favorite due to its beautifully lyrical sound, reminding me of almost a flowing water caused by a gentle river. This piece is so extremely expressive and smooth and gives each section an opportunity to shine. I truly hope that you all end up enjoying this wonderful piece as much as we do, and thank you again for coming tonight.
Our next solo ensemble group is Mackenzie Berlant and Isabella Dolkowitz, performing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. These two ladies are a light to whoever they are around. They are always smiling and building each other up. They bring a positive attitude into the first violin section and into the class in general. I think that they have a special gift of including and welcoming others. They always have a little joke going on, which I'm sure choosing Old MacDonald Had a Farm as their solo ensemble piece is also part of one of the many jokes that they have, but they perform it beautifully, and as always, they make me so proud. So I hope you enjoy their violin duet version of Old MacDonald Had a Farm.
The legato section highlights our viola and lower strings with a beautiful melody, and all of the fire comes back as the piece returns to the A section with heavy accents and dramatic dynamics. This piece highlights all of the excitement of performance that we feel when we step on the stage. Throughout the years being in orchestra, this excitement has always drawn me back when I felt discouraged. Even through difficult events, our program has grown exponentially, and Mrs. Rutledge has given us the stability to improve our skills rather than just survive through the concerts. We were even able to host CPA's Fountain this year and did so successfully. Playing my instrument with this group of people is something I will never be able to replicate, even as I continue performing. Mrs. Rutledge additionally has allowed me to grow as an artist and a person, and this ensemble has given me much patience while I have been learning. Tonight, I will be conducting Blaze, performed by our favorite orchestra.
Solo Ensemble piece will be Salute d'Amour, performed by Caden Anslow and Josiah Cannon. They actually don't know this, but I absolutely love this piece. It was originally written by Elgar for violin and piano as an engagement piece for his future wife. Literally translated, the title means love's greeting. Josiah and Caden do a lovely job performing this arrangement. I love their passion specifically for classical music, and they both make me so proud with their dedication to orchestra. They both come into class early every day to practice, and they have formed a close bond through their shared love of music. You can tell that Josiah and Caden, music is more than just a fun activity. So I hope that you enjoy all the hard work that they put into this arrangement of Salute d'Amour. Our next solo and ensemble piece will be I See the Light, performed by Elaine Stamper. Elaine is a smart and driven student. She has such a sweet personality and she's an extremely caring person. She cares so deeply for everyone in our orchestra, and you can tell by the way that she is always checking up on people. I hope that she continues orchestra for many years to come. I am so proud of her for being bold and brave by performing a solo in front of all of you tonight. Performing a solo is a big deal, and she impressed me with volunteering to play this for you tonight. So I hope you enjoy See the Light.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kenari Lewis, and I've had the privilege of being a part of the orchestra for the past 7 years. Standing here tonight as a senior is honestly a bittersweet moment for me because this isn't just another concert, it's my last high school orchestra performance, and that makes it really special. The next piece we're performing is Rubicon by Doug Swallow. The title Rubicon represents a turning point, a moment where a decision is made and there's no going back. It's about stepping into the unknown, even when it feels uncertain or overwhelming. That idea is something I think all of us, especially seniors, can relate to right now. When you listen to this piece, you will hear that journey. It begins with a sense of tension and anticipation, almost like standing at the edge of something life-changing. As the music develops, it grows more powerful and determined, like finding the courage to take that step forward. There are also moments that feel reflective, almost like looking back on memories and everything that brought you to that point. For me, this piece feels very personal. Over the last 7 years, orchestra has been a constant in my life. It's where I've grown, learned discipline, built friendships, and found a sense of belonging. It hasn't always been easy, but every rehearsal, every performance, and every challenge has shaped me into who I am today. Now, as I prepare to move on to the next chapter in my life, I realize that I am in my own Rubicon. I'm leaving behind something that has meant so much to me, but I'm also stepping forward into new opportunities and experiences. So tonight as we perform, I hope you don't just hear the music, but feel the emotion behind it, the fear, the courage, the memories, and the excitement of what's to come. Thank you for being here and supporting us, and we hope you enjoy Rubicon.
is Minuetto, performed by Jada Anderson, Kenari Lewis, and Josiah Martinez Gonzalez. These 3 students are all seniors, and they all play viola. They have created such a sweet viola community within our orchestra, and they are all constantly helping underclassmen in their section during our sectional time in class. And I know that they have all made a lasting impact on the other students in their instrument section. We will miss them so much next year. The piece that they are playing tonight is broken up into 3 sections, and it will have a short pause between each of those sections. We hope that you enjoy Minuetto.
I love this piece because it starts out with slow and smooth notes, then evolves to something more exciting. This piece represents its name because reaching the shoreline can represent a new start to something, like how the rhythm changes into something new throughout the song. As a senior, I've been playing the violin since 6th grade, and being in orchestra has been an amazing experience, being able to make friends and learn new music all the time. We have so much support from our teacher and friends in this class with us, and it's inspired me to keep playing the violin in college. I'm so honored to be able to play in this one last concert before I graduate. We have a fun time playing this piece, and we hope you have a fun time listening to it. Enjoy the shoreline.
The next solo and ensemble selection that you will hear is Black Forest Waltz, performed by Denasia Anderson, Mackenzie Berlant, Annabelle Lemieux, and Isabella Lepere. Denasia is such a sweet student, and she has worked especially hard on learning her music this year. She comes for extra practice frequently, and I have seen so much growth. We already mentioned Mackenzie earlier, but I wanted to emphasize how much I appreciate her involvement in this program and her willingness to go above and beyond. Annabelle is quiet but kind, and she works so well with others. It has been a pleasure to watch her grow over the past 2 years and form lasting friendships in this orchestra class. Isabella is determined and hardworking. She always comes to class with a smile on her face, ready to work. She is always striving to be better, and I know that her hard work will and already is paying off. I am so proud of these ladies and the way that they are pushing each other to be bold and perform for you today. I hope that you enjoy Black Forest Waltz. The solo and ensemble selection that you will hear next is March, performed by Ben Strait. Ben is new to our orchestra this year, and he has impressed me so much. He is in the 10th grade, and although he was at the Fine Arts Center last year, he wanted to be able to work with other students in a large ensemble setting. I am so glad that he decided to join us this year, and I have enjoyed seeing him grow in his ensemble skills, as well as growing and forming relationships with others in our orchestra. He has been a joy to have in class, and he has worked so hard to perform this solo for you all today. I appreciate his passion for music and his bravery in pushing himself to perform for you today. I hope you enjoy his solo, March.
piece is Steampunk by Richard Meyer, performed by our Ember Ensemble, inspired by the steam-powered inventions imagined in the stories of Jules Verne and H.G. Wells. This energetic work captures the excitement of science fiction, bringing to life a world of gears, steam, and imaginative machinery through bold rhythms and driving melodies. We are also proud to feature our soloists, Brian Shavira Lacona, along with our percussionists, Molly Timpton and Ruby Mills. Compared to our previous selection, which was slow and legato, this piece is much faster and more intense, with rapid 16th note passages that create a strong sense of energy and motion throughout the piece. While working on steampunk, I personally focused a lot on improving my bow control, especially to make fast passages and 8 notes clearer and more consistent. That challenge connects directly to what makes this piece exciting for us as performers. It requires precision, energy, and focus from everyone on stage. I played violin since 6th grade, and over the years, orchestra has become a constant part of my life. Through pieces like this, I've not only grown as a musician, but also built friendships with people I see every school day. Our Ember Ensemble is made up of students who volunteered to take on this advanced piece and gave extra time out of their days to come rehearse and prepare for tonight's performance. Their dedication and hard work have made this performance possible. Orchestra has taught me a lot, both musically and personally, and I'm especially grateful to Ms. Rutledge, whose leadership over the past 2 years has helped build and strengthen this program. She has encouraged me to come in, improve, and to keep playing every day. Because of that support and my experience in orchestra, I plan to continue playing in college. As we perform steampunk, I hope you can hear not only the energy and intensity of the music, but also the dedication, growth, and passion that moments like this represent for all of us in orchestra. Please enjoy.
I would just like to say it's such a dream to have students that would be willing to sacrifice extra time to come and play music, and band students who would be willing to come and perform with us with percussion. So thank you, Molly and Ruby, we appreciate you so much. Our next Solo Ensemble selection that you will hear is the Bluebells of Scotland, performed by Brian Shabira-Lacona, Jackson Downs, and Maggie Tipton. All of these students are seniors, and they have made a huge impact on our orchestra. Their commitment to playing the music well, practicing, and leading others has inspired those around them, and I know that so many of our students look up to them. They have been amazing role models, and we all know that no one could ever replace them. I'm so proud of all the work that they have put in while I have known them over the past 2 years, and I'm excited to see what each of them will do in the future. I hope that I hope you enjoyed their performance of Bluebells of Scotland. Before we play our last piece of the night for you, I would just like to recognize some students who have been involved in activities outside of school over the course of this school year. So the first thing I'm going to start with is All County Orchestra. And this is when students do an online audition with me where I record them and then it's sent into a judge. And the best students out of the county get picked to be in this orchestra. Please stand when I say your name. Caden Anslow, Josiah Cannon Carrasquillo, Brian Shabira-Lacona, Dio Daniel, Jackson Downs, Brittany Gresham, Isabella LePere, Kylie Newt, Ben Strait, Maggie Tipton, Hayden Trudell, and Sam Zhang. You may be seated. Our next event is All Region, which is where the students go in person for an audition, and they compete against everyone in the upstate, and the best auditions are chosen to participate in that orchestra. And Ben Strait and Maggie Tipton were part of that orchestra. And then the last orchestra is All State, which is where you go and audition in person again. But this time it's against everyone in the whole entire state of South Carolina. And the best get chosen for this orchestra. And our students were Ben Strait and Maggie Tipton for All State. And then the last event of the school year is actually this Saturday, and it It's solo and ensemble, so students go and they can play a solo or they can play in a small duet, trio, quartet, and you heard some of them tonight, and they go and perform for just one judge, and it's an opportunity for them to get feedback and graded on a rubric like we do for CPA, except for in a small group. And the students that are participating in that this Saturday are Charlie Martinez, Denasia Anderson, Jada Anderson, Caden Ansel, Mackenzie Berlon, Andrew Brown, Josiah Cannon Carrasquillo, Brian Shavira Lacona, Justice Crawford, Felipe Cruz Ortega, Jackson Downs, Isabella Dolkowitz, Brittany Gresham, Brendan Healy, Savannah Hill, Desiree Jones, Annabelle Lemieux, Isabella LaPere, Kenari Lewers, Charleston Nordis, Dominic Marquise, Josiah Martinez Gonzalez, Mariah Mejias, Kylie Newt, Elaine Stamper, Ben Straight, Maggie Tipton, Alex Way, and Sam Zane. You may be seated. They're all looking at me because I asked them. The next group is our seniors. I asked them if they thought that I could make it through without crying, and they all looked at me and said no. So here we are. Okay, so I'm going to recognize the seniors in alphabetical order, and you can come up here when I say your name. Jada Anderson. Jada plays the viola, and she will be attending Clemson in the fall and majoring in biomedical engineering. Jada is one of our orchestra presidents, and she is a strong leader with an amazing heart. She is always supporting and lifting others up. She makes everyone feel loved and supported, and I constantly hear about her academic achievements from other teachers. She is one of the most thoughtful students that I have ever met, and I will miss her daily visits during my lunch so much, but I know that she is destined for greatness. Caden Anslow plays the cello, and he will be working as a CNC operator, which involves computer numerical control and machine tool technology. He will also continue playing in the Anderson Symphony, which he has joined this past semester. Caden is our equipment manager, which means that he helps get the stage ready and the room ready whenever we need different setups for rehearsal. He is always arriving early to help, and he encourages others around him to help as well. He inspires the cellists around him, and he's an extremely hard worker. He helps make other students aware of the small details that make all the difference in the music. It has been a joy to watch his love for music grow, and I am happy that he is continuing to play after graduation in the Anderson Symphony. Brian Shavira Lacona plays the violin, and he will be attending USC Columbia in the fall. And his major is undecided, but I know whatever he decides to do, he will be great at it. Brian is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet. He has such a sweet smile, and he's happy to help wherever he is needed. He has a reserved personality, but when it comes to playing the violin, he is bold and extremely talented. It has been a joy to get to know him over the past couple years, and I know that he will be dearly missed. Jackson Downs plays the violin, and he will be attending USC Columbia, majoring in molecular biology and biochemistry. Jackson has been a strong leader this year and has shown his ability to step up and lead sectionals in an amazing way. He is encouraging to others while still helping them improve every day. He has especially impressed me this year with his attention to dynamics and overall joy for performing. I know that he will be missed in the first violin section next year, but he has truly set a great example for other students around him, and he has left a positive impact on the orchestra as a whole. Plays the violin, and she will be attending North Greenville and majoring in animal and environmental concentration, which means that she wants to be a zoologist. Isabella has such a fun personality. She spreads joy and laughter to whoever she's talking to. Her passion for the arts is evident as she's heavily involved in orchestra and theater. Violinists tend to be a little bit more serious, so I always appreciate that Isabella is encouraging others to have fun and make a joke every once in a while. Isabella has formed a lot of close friendships in our orchestra class, and she has made a positive impact on many students. I am so excited to see what she does in the future, but I know that she will be missed by so many. After graduation and wants to continue playing music wherever he goes. Brennan came to me at the beginning of the school year and told me that he wanted to play viola. You don't hear that one very often, so I was super excited. When I asked how long he had been playing, he said, "Oh, about 3 months." I thought, oh gosh, this class is going to be really challenging for you. Are you sure? And let me tell you, Brennan has risen to the occasion. He learned his notes quickly, and he has a great ear that helps him know where to place his fingers. He has improved tremendously over the past 8 months, and I am so glad that he wants to continue playing after graduation. I know that he will go on to do great things, and I admire his hard work so much. Kenari Lewis plays the viola, and she will be attending Clemson and majoring in business in the fall. Kenari is our social media manager, so she helps me make Instagram posts, concert posters, and other things that take a more creative eye or involve technology. She is a strong leader in the viola section, and she has the ability to help others in such a kind and heartfelt way. She is passionate about orchestra, and she cares deeply about all of the little details. She encourages others to pay attention to the details that are easy to miss, and I admire the fact that she has such a bold personality and is never afraid to speak up. She will be deeply missed in the viola section, but we know she is destined to do great things at Clemson. Josiah Martinez Gonzalez plays the viola, and he will be attending Columbia College and majoring in forensics, criminology, and psychology. Josiah is the perfect mix of humble and hilarious. He has all of the little quiet jokes that only the viola section gets. He is a fantastic violist, but if you asked him, he would probably shrug and say, I'm all right. He has shown a commitment to practicing, especially this year, as he has stayed late practicing many times. I love his determination to play the music accurately, and I know that he will be missed among all of our orchestra members. Maggie Tipton plays the bass, and she will be attending the College of Charleston and majoring in music education in the fall. Maggie is an incredible person and musician. She is confident and hardworking. She is constantly practicing, and her efforts in constantly improving have been evident as she has been a part of All County, All Region, All State, and Solo Ensemble. She is ambitious, and she always seems to know what she wants. I could not be more excited for her as she embarks on this new journey of being a music educator. I am excited because I know that she will be successful, and selfishly I'm excited because it means one day we might get the opportunity to work together at orchestra events in the future. You will be so missed. singers are about to perform their last piece on the stage as part of the Fountain Orchestra, I hope it is not their last concert. I hope that this is not their last musical memory, and I hope that the seeds that were planted here grow in their hearts, and that they feel a special connection to music wherever they go. Just as we will remember the seeds of leadership, encouragement, bravery, and determination that they planted in this orchestra. Jada, Caden, Brian, Jackson, Isabella, Brennan, Kenari, Josiah, and Maggie. Next year simply won't be the same without each of you. But we hope that you come back and visit us next year, and I hope you know that the Fury Orchestra is a place where you will always have home. Congratulations and happy graduation.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ken Enslow, and before I begin, I want to describe, I want to do something before we play our final piece. I have a message that is from all the seniors. Since the start of the orchestra, oh my goodness, we've all gradually became very close friends, and I've gone through many orchestra phases throughout the past few years. From starting with 20-ish students during our freshman year to having many different orchestra teachers in between, all the way to a wonderful 44 students currently, including our two newest seniors. We all want to say thanks with a very special person. We all want to say thanks to you, Ms. Rutledge, for just helping everyone guide through, helping everyone just become 10 times better. They're currently working on something back there. So we want to say thank you for helping everyone and continuing with the orchestra through all these difficult times. Anyway, let's move on to our piece that we're going to play finally. Swashbuckler Saga. This piece is a high-energy pirate tune that moves between adventurous, dramatic themes with a slow romantic middle section. One of my favorite things about this arrangement is that it gives every section a chance to lead, and even features several moments where the cellos take center stage. On a personal note, this is my last performance with this orchestra. As I look back on my time here, I feel gratitude for the years of music, fun, and memories we've shared. While I've had the privilege of learning from several different teachers throughout my musical journey, once again, I do want to thank Ms. Rutledge for continuing with the Fountain High School Orchestra, and I hope the years to come are just as grand as this year. With all that said, thank everyone for showing up and supporting the Fountain Orchestra. Please enjoy Swashbuckler Saga.
Thank you so much for coming out tonight and for coming to this concert and supporting your students. It means so much, and I will miss this group of seniors so much. You guys are so special. I hope that you never forget that. You mean so much to me. Please come and visit. Thank you for coming to our concert.